Welcome to Sunday's video. We're at Lear. Now Lear used to make seats.
I'm not going to give them a penny because it was tied in to making sure Windsor and keep Brampton going. And we haven't given them a penny for Brampton yet. We gave them about $55 million out of the couple billion that the feds and I and the companies agreed. You know, it's disappointing.
Used to make seats on demand, but now they've closed down. They actually closed down several years ago. The demise of the Canadian car industry has been going on for a long time. It's not just this week that the car industry has closed down. I know we've got the Brampton thing with Stellantis moving their people to, moving production to the USA. This place, I'll show you some video now. It used to be a bustling parts. I think they made seats here from what my neighbor was telling me. This used to supply Brampton and several other car manufacturers with seats and parts. It closed down several years ago. The same thing with Oshawa. They've lost people off the lines. They've lost shifts down there. And now Brampton's closed down. But Jolly said this about talking to Trump.
So what we saw last week was a positive meeting between President Trump and Prime Minister Carney. And why was that? Well, actually, they've been working on their relationship for now the past months. We know there's only one person that decides in the U.S., and it's Donald Trump. And so for any leader in the world that is dealing with the American administration, time with President Trump is fundamental. And so that's why it was important for Prime Minister Carney to go and meet him in Washington. That's why also it was important for the delegation to be with Prime Minister Carney. Why? Because President Trump mandated his team to negotiate.
And now she's saying that she's fighting for Canadians' jobs. I hope she doesn't fight for my job because I like my job. But yeah, she's fighting for Canadians' jobs, she says.
Well, let me be clear on Stellantis. I'm extremely disappointed about this decision, and not only am I disappointed, it's completely unacceptable. So we will fight for these jobs. We will fight for the jobs at Brampton. We'll fight for the jobs that were committed by Stellantis, and we'll fight for our auto sector. I've been in contact with Lana Payne, the head of Unifor, yesterday and today. I've been in contact with Flavia Volpe, who's an important voice in the sector. We've been working hand in glove also with the Ford government, and we're one strong Team Canada together. And the company has commitments under different types of agreements with the government, including the fact that we provided support for the retooling of the very Brampton facility that right now is sitting idle. So we will make sure that we push the company and we hold them to account.
We've definitely lost a lot of the car industry in Canada, and it's due to the Liberal government. The Liberal government have got this EV mandate that they cancelled it or postponed it. They've got the net zero thing. They've just crushed the Canadian car industry single-handedly without even consulting Canadians. Absolutely ridiculous. Get on with your comments. So really, that introduction leads, well, directly into the comments that we're going to do today, because what we're going to look at today is the fact that this government now, it's the same government. I know they keep saying, oh, new government, this, new government this, new government that. It's not a new government. It's the same government, and the same government who have been destroying vehicle manufacturing in Canada for the last 11 years. Now people are waking up, because big job losses are going. There's big job losses now, right? That's why it's all over the news. And the other reason is because it isn't Biden who's helping towards the job losses. Before it was the government making making it difficult to make vehicles because of their EV mandates, right? Now they've got Trump to blame, right? So that's why it's hitting the headlines, I think, now. When GM closed down, when it closed down and then they had to reopen to make parts and stuff, and when all the jobs were being lost in the auto industry, it wasn't as prevalent on the news as it is now, because now they can blame Trump and not Trudeau and Carney and the Liberal government. That's my theory. Jeff said,
I forgot that I had Trudeau deranged syndrome. When I saw that idiotic mouth started mouthing, I threw up in my mouth just a little bit.
yeah, when he, going back to listening to Trudeau, it's like revisiting an old nightmare, isn't it? Wes said,
another great video. Keep in mind, in any theatrical production, which is Canadian politics has become, if the lead actor cannot perform, they go ahead with an understudy, but the script remains the same.
You see what I'm getting at here? What your comments are doing here, what last week's video is linking up to what's going on now, to what's been going on for the last 11 years. Yeah. Frank said,
Carney is reading an old Trudeau's speeches. Same old.
He is. It's the same thing regurgitated. But remember, they keep saying, "Oh, my new government, the new Liberal government, the new government." No, it's not new, never will be new, and we're not stupid enough to think that. SG said,
are Canadians the biggest sleepwalkers on the planet? I know some people see and hear what's going on, at least to some degree, but it seems like 90% are just wandering around in their PJs and bunny slippers.
They really are. The people. I got banned from from a Liberal group because I'm glad, really, because I think mentally it's a little bit better for me. Same as I've dropped down to a couple of, next video should be Tuesday and then Thursday, and then we'll do a Sunday video of the comments, because at the moment, guys, mentally I'm just going bonkers with this government. It's just totally doing my head in. They do absolutely nothing. They say they're going to do stuff. They say we're doing this. They say we're doing that. They do nothing. Brian said,
more. That's all I hear. It's all just more BS. I've not seen one thing this Carney and Trudeau's government has done that really helping. He and his minions keep talking about these big projects that we already cleared well before he showed up. But in 3 of them, they were at least 50% into construction, yet he tries to take credit for them. But what I hate the most is the fear-mongering about Trump, and then every time he gets beside Trump, Carney kisses his ass. How do Liberal voters not see this? I will never understand.
They don't see it. When I spent that time on that Liberal group, it was like, oh, thank God for Mark Carney. He's got a plan. We know it. It's a slow negotiation. This is going to take time. Look what Trump's done in the time that he's been there. He's upset a lot of Democrats, but he is making America the country that Americans want. We want good for Canada. We want what's best for Canada. But we ain't getting that, are we? We're getting what's best for Carney, and what Carney thinks is, oh, let's balance it out over everybody, rather than just concentrate on making our country the best country it can be. You can say that and say that and say that as many times as you want. This country is still fucked. Hokey said,
having worked in government, the largest problem it has is they think hiding mistakes protects their reputation and institution, and the public thinks letting us know and fixing the mistakes are the way to go. Now trust is gone.
Trust went when the truckers rolled into Ottawa. Trust went because mainstream media lost all what they had. They were all respect, because they were not relaying what was really going on that convoy. They didn't relay the truth. All the truth was outlaid there on YouTube. YouTube, given its faults, is the biggest truth platform on the planet, for sure. just look at the live streams from hotels in the UK and stuff. It's an eye-opener. This is my perspective.
He really means keep America strong and great while collapsing Canada.
It's exactly what he's done via the auto industry. That's the first thing that's going to collapse in Canada. We're going to have zero auto industry. Zero. No cars are going to be made in Canada. That'll be the first thing to suffer. Deeger said,
Seniors getting a $5 raise on old age security to compensate for inflation. This government is criminal.
$5. It will. What will five? Comment below. What can you buy for $5? And it's not a gallon of gas, that's for sure. Mountain Madness Canuck said.
Remember Liberal voters. You are responsible for this.
They are 100%. They not only Liberal voters, Green voters and NDP voters, because they're the ones that switched to Carney to push the Liberal government into power. So not only Liberal voters. Sonny said,
Same old ship of fools with nothing new to help struggling Canadians. I am a low-income senior, so that 1% tax cut does nothing to help me.
No, there was supposed to be a bigger tax cut for if the Conservatives got in, but we ended up with the Liberals. We ended up with a tax cut, which was only to make a headline on the CBC. And like Sonny said, that doesn't help pensioners, doesn't help people with the lowest of low incomes. Anyway, see you on Tuesday, hopefully, guys. Cheers!